Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. Hello there, everyone. Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Sherianna Boyle. She is an 8-time author. How you doing today, Sherianna?
I'm great. Great to be here.
How's your day going so far?
It's going, Brad. It's going. It's got a little pep to it.
Well, we like that. Is it sunny where you are?
It is sunny. Yep.
Gotta love when the sun's shining.
Yeah.
It's 2 days in a row here in Toronto that it's been sunny, so it's nice.
Yeah, and we're on the cusp of a long weekend, and I live in an area where there's people come here for long weekends. So we have some tourism, so things are hopping.
So you're anticipating a busy weekend then in town?
Definitely. Yep.
So you are an 8-time author. That's a pretty incredible thing. I mean, hell, writing one book, I think, is incredible. So you having written 8 is just wow. And I noticed there are common threads through all of your books: healing and the mind and body, emotional well-being. What made you want to write on this topic? What is it that inspires you to write about this topic? Why this topic?
Well, I think I've been interested in this topic my entire life. I really honestly can't remember a time when I wasn't interested in it. And I would say that my mother highly influenced that. I got my first self-help book when I was 15. It was Marianne Williams's book, Return to Love, which now has been updated. But I read that when I was 15.
Wow.
And I know. And I thought people are so funny because when they updated the book recently, in the last few years, they're like, have you read this book? I'm like, I read that when I was 15, like that.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That's old news. I've been there, done that years ago.
And I read it a few times. So I was like, really? Like, this is new for people? So I realized that my mom really, she had a tough time raising me. There was a lot of trauma around us and a lot of instability. There was stability, but there was a lot of instability with drugs and alcohol and this and that and abusive relationship. I mean, we had everything.
Yeah.
And so she and I were really close. And I think it was her way of saying, oh gosh, I know this is tough, but here's some self-help.
Here's something to help you along the way.
Hopefully they'll do their thing. And boy, her instinct was right. And it wasn't just getting the books, Brad. We used to talk about them. We used to have conversations about these books and what they meant. And we'd have conversations about life and being what it's like going through something. And so I feel like that's what I attribute a lot of what I do to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you yourself are also a mom. You're a coach, a psychology professor, a yogi. In addition to being an 8-time author, you're also the founder of Cleanse Life. Where on earth do you find all the time to do this? To wear all these hats?
And it's kind of funny, Brad, because I just wrote the 9th one.
Oh,
so
my God.
When you say 8, I'm just thinking about my new baby. You know, I can't leave my new baby out. It's just not out in the world yet, but it's out there getting ready to be birthed. I wrote it already, but oh gosh, Brad, you know, people ask me that all the time. And I wrote my first book when my 3rd daughter was born, and she was a great sleeper. And by then, you know, by 3 children, you don't really give a crap about the dishes anymore. You know, it's like, I know I can do those dishes in 10 minutes. So I'm going to make time to do my writing and no attachment to outcome. I just started.
Wow.
And self-published my first one. And then someone approached me and said, look, you do a lot with mindfulness and kids. Would you be willing to do some writing for us? And of course I said, yeah. And then they were like, wow, this girl can write fast. And they literally were like, they literally gave me 5 weeks to write it.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did it. And I think, and my husband always says when I get a deadline, I'm like a pit bull. Like I just don't stop. And so they were like, okay, let's throw her another one. She got that one done so bad. So then they threw me like a mindfulness version of it. It was it was Everything Parents Guide on Childhood Anxiety. And then they threw me the mindfulness version. I was like, okay. And they gave me like 8 weeks. And I was like, all right, I think I finished.
8 weeks. No problem. I just did 5. 8 weeks. Thanks for the extra time. What will I do with it all?
But it was a great, being thrown into the fire like that.
Yeah.
You learn how to hustle and you learn how to focus. And I had already had some of those skill sets from working in the schools and teachers out there and people that are in the, school psychologists and counselors and all that. They know what that's like. They know what I'm talking about when they think about deadlines in schools.
Right.
So I was kind of prepped for these hard deadlines.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned you just finished your 9th book. Can you tell us a bit about the book itself, what it's about, the title?
I can't tell the title yet because I don't have my contract, but it's let me tell you, it's that good that I wouldn't, it's basically the last 2 books. The last one is Emotional Detox for Anxiety. So that's the most recent. Yeah. Before that was Emotional Detox. And then this one will be another variation of an emotional detox. Okay. Yeah. So the last 3 kind of, they go together. Tie in
together, right.
Yeah. But yet as my editor tells me, I don't know how you write a book on the same topic and come up with an entirely new book. She's like, I don't know how you do this. And it's because I'm learning so much from the cleanse system that is written in that book. The Emotional Detox has a system called cleanse.
Right.
That's what all of my work is based on.
Okay.
And that you talked about cleanselife.com.
Yeah.
So everything I was already doing a lot of this stuff even before I wrote the books. It just finally kind of figured out a way to put it together.
Right.
But cleanselife.com is a place where people can come together and they can practice the tools of the cleanse, whether it's a healing circle, whether it's I teach yoga, so I teach called cleanse yoga.
Okay.
They can experience the cleanse through a physical yoga practice. And I also teach courses, so they can learn how to apply the cleanse to various things. I just taught, for example, this morning, I just taught about closure, how people need closure and how that comes up for a lot of people, that it's hard to move on when you don't have closure. And there's conscious things that we're aware I could benefit from some closure with something. And then there's unconscious things. And those unconscious things are more like maybe some conversations that we never got to have,
right,
that we wished we did, or somebody that hurt us and we never let them know that they hurt us. And we still kind of carry that in our heart a little bit. So I'll take a theme like that and I'll put it in the yoga practice. I'll put it in a course. I'll put it in a cleanse healing circle. And really the intention behind that is I really believe, well, what I know from my training as a psychologist is to change the brain and the body. You need multiple avenues. There's never one way. And what somebody doesn't pick up in a cleanse circle, all of a sudden a light bulb might go off in a yoga class and be like, oh, now I know now I get it. Now I feel it. It's something, it's like having a teacher that explains something a different way and you're like, oh, I get it.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah. And so we need these different variations, and some people need very often to be with other people to cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do it on their own.
Right.
Nor should they have to.
Mm-hmm. How did Cleanse Life come about, and how long has it been going?
Well, Cleanse Life, okay. It's really new. We're actually launching our virtual Cleanse Yoga library this tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully today.
Wow, you got a lot of new stuff going on.
Well, we've been, banking the video. So now we're going to have Cleanse Yoga as a library so people can do it on demand. So you can basically just go to it. You have access. So the cleanselife.com, I really just, it's just really kicking off right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cleanse Life concept really just, again, it came from writing the first 2 emotional detox books.
Okay.
And then after writing the 3rd one, people are going to really understand how to implement this into their everyday life.
Very cool. Now, you mentioned that you are involved in psychology and teaching. How did you decide to pursue and get into educating in psychology? Where did that come from?
Boy. Honestly, Brad, the honest answer, I was in the right place at the right time.
I love it. That's great.
So much of what my life, and you might relate to this, Brad, is I feel very divinely guided.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use the cleanse as my way of actually connecting with that.
Right.
And I've taught a lot of other people how to do that. But literally, I've been teaching yoga for the college for years. I was teaching their yoga program. People get college credit for it. And one day someone just said, the psychology professor quit. And I don't know, I just happened to be within ear reach. I was like, well, I could do that for you. And they were like, what?
I could
like,
do
well,
that.
I have a degree and I happen to be trained in that. They were like, you are? So I've been at this college for like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They had no idea I had those skill sets. And so they hired me and then that's the rest of the story. Now it's been great.
The rest, as they say, is history.
It keeps it's history, exactly, and it makes me better, honestly, at what I do. It's great being with younger folks.
Mm-hmm.
I learn a lot from them. I also keep myself updated because of that. Because as a professor, you have that responsibility to know the latest research. You need to be on your toes, and so for me, I enjoy being with them and guiding them, but at the same time, I'm keeping myself fresh.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome when you feel, as you said, that divine guidance where it's just something. This is what you're meant to do, and you just feel it with every fiber, and it comes through in your passion for what you. It's the exact same with what I'm doing with my photography and with the podcast. And it's just, I feel like this is my mission in life. This is what I'm here to do. It's an incredible feeling.
It is an incredible feeling. Definitely. And sometimes I have to pinch myself that it's actually all coming together because it's been a long time. It's been a lot of, I don't want to just say I sit there and listen and then all of a sudden it happens. But I work, it's been a lot of learning and a lot of twists and turns.
A lot of work.
Falling down and getting back up again and really believing in what you do, as you know.
Yeah. Well, see, there's the key right there, though. You said falling down and getting back up. That's the key right there, is getting back up when you fall.
Yeah. That's emotional detox. When I wrote that book, so I just finished the book before that was called Mantras Made Easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of those people that when I write a book, I get very dedicated to my subject matter. It's kind of like studying a character in a movie.
Right.
That's the way I approach it. And so I was like, I can't write a mantra book and not have a solid mantra practice. So of course, me being the overachiever decides to have 3 solid practices. And that was before I did the research. So I was like, had no idea what I was committing myself to, because a mantra practice is extremely, there's a lot of dedication to that. Mm. And it's a 90-day practice. I had 3 of them going.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I was walking my dog to try to get them all in. and once you get to like day 30, you're like, I can't stop because I came this far.
Yeah, I've come this far now. There's no way.
I was out there in like the pouring rain and the snow, and people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I have like mala beads in my pocket right now. You have no idea. I'm on a spiritual quest.
I'm on a mission.
Yeah, but that was whatever happened during that 90-day spiritual quest changed my life, because I within days after completing those practices and that book was published, I heard the words emotional detox. You're going to write a book called Emotional Detox. And I was like, okay. And so I started doing the research, mm-hmm. and my publishers, they got back to me and they said, you need to do more. And you need to really prove whatever it is. So I went back, and this is where working at a college is also incredible, because I get access to this library.
Yes.
Right. I get the files. I get all the things you have to pay for. Yeah. So, I get the research you can't get on Google.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did all the research, and then literally, Brad, it was like 6 weeks after I completed them. I presented it. They're like, this is awesome. Let's do it. Right. I'm like, yes, let's do it. And then I was hit with the most difficult thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. A crisis that brought me to my knees.
Okay.
And so I had to this is Simon and Schuster. This is not, any, I have to, and I'm looking, going, I can't write this book. I'm so sorry. I'm in trauma. I can't even lift my head off the pillow right now. Yeah. I'm in such trauma. So they said, don't worry about it. Take care of yourself. They were wonderful.
That's awesome.
And, I ended up writing it. Maybe, 4 months later, I picked it up again and started plugging away. But the advantage of that, going through that, is it wasn't just an idea. It was it was what helped me to get through that crisis in my life, not just myself, but my family. Mm-hmm. So I know when I say emotional detox, I know emotional detox.
Yeah. You've lived it.
I lived it. I breathed it. And it was and it wasn't just a quick 4-month thing. It was, a process that took a couple of years to really get to know and understand, and now teach to other people. And so that's my story.
Awesome. So how did writing become part of who you are? Like, how did you get into writing books, and where did that start, and why?
I started writing when I was pregnant with my 3rd daughter, because I left the schools for a leave of absence, and I said I was going to take a leave of absence for a year. Uh-huh. And when I left, I didn't realize how much I was on a hamster wheel in that job. And I had so much work that I did before I left. Getting someone to take my place was it was like doing 2 jobs every day. Right. So by the time I had my daughter, I was like flat on my face. It was not a good move on my part, working your butt off until you have a baby. And I was my 3rd one. I don't know why I didn't learn by then, and I had 2 other little ones under 5. So I hit the wall, and I thought to myself, who the hell are you kidding that you're going back to that job with 3 kids?
Self-realization.
Yeah, I had a moment where I'm like, and then I thought, well, that's my job though. I mean, how am I going to have income, and how am I going to, I worked so hard to get that degree. So I said to myself, okay, here's the deal. You're going to write a book on how you're going to do it differently. And it's going to be a book for educators on how to be balanced and do that kind of a job. And that's when I sat down, I said, how am I going to do this differently? What's this going to look like? What do I wish it was like? Mm-hmm. And when you're in schools, you're dealing with so much trauma.
Right.
So many, there's beautiful things and uplifting things, but there's a lot of heavy things that you're around. And how do we help people so they don't carry that home and they're not burning the midnight oil? So that's where that came from. Okay. And I really did believe, Brad, that I was going back.
Wow.
I really did. And that I was writing this book to get clear on this and to help other people. But I didn't go back. I just kept writing and just kept writing.
Incredible. And 9 books later, here you are.
You're funny.
I love it. It's so awesome. That's incredible. Like I said, someone writing one book to me is incredible. You writing 9 is like, wow, you just blow my mind. No.
Yeah, it is mind blowing, but I don't feel, I have to say it's if I sit around without writing for too long, like I've already got something else, I can feel it in my gut. I can feel it. It almost feels more detrimental to me to push that away than to just let it come out and be alive in the world. So I actually, it takes more energy for me not to write. I have to tell myself, okay, don't write. Don't do that to your family. Let me tell you, Brad, your family doesn't love it when you write a book.
I'll take your word for it. Now, you're also the host of a podcast.
Yes.
Among the many other hats you're already wearing. Can you tell us a bit about the podcast?
Yeah. So the podcast is called Emotional Detox, and it's, like yourself, I have the majority of our interviews that I'm supporting other people out in the world that are creators and authors and all sorts of, whatever. Again, this is most of the people I'm just guided to. And it's not about filling my calendar, because I know some podcast hosts do that. They just want their calendar done. You know what I mean? I just want to know I got people, right? I got people, I got stuff. And I just really let myself be guided. And I think to myself, if I don't have as many people as last month, that's okay, because that's not what this is about. Right. And then I have, so cleanselife.com, I have a business partner that I run that with. Her name's Sarah. And so she and I hop on there now and then. We call it Cleanse Talk.
You call it what?
And she's great. Yeah, we have fun. And,
I love it.
Yeah, and I know. And so we do our Cleanse Talk, and we talk about stuff, like what I love about her is like, she'd be like, oh my God, this homeschooling thing. I'm like, and then I'll give her some cleanse perspective. And so she and I have that, and it's a lot of fun, and I get a lot of great feedback. People really enjoy it. And I try to throw in a few emotional detox tips in there for people to kind of chew on,
Awesome. How long has the podcast been running now?
I just launched that in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we're already over 10,000 downloads.
Wow.
And I know.
That is awesome.
I know. You. Yeah, I know. It was just like, okay, launch it.
Let's do it.
Do it. And it's a lot of fun. And but like you, I'm slowly realizing where to keep my focus and letting go of some little jobs that I was doing.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it all, Brad.
Oh, well, you're doing a hell of a lot.
Yeah, and you just can't. I mean, I've been teaching at my local YMCA forever. I'm like ancient there, right?
Yeah.
And little things like that I really, where it keeps me with the community, little things like that I had to let go, just not having the extras.
Yeah.
Learning the little extra things.
Yeah. So out of all the hats you wear, is there any one of them in particular that you feel fits you best, so to speak, or you enjoy wearing the most? Or is it like asking you to choose your favorite child?
Out of all my hats, I mean, I'm at a point where I'm really enjoying my children. My children are older now, so I'm very blessed that that's, being with them and having them be a part of the cleanse. And my husband, that's been a really, really a nice thing to see them really get to know what I've been creating and appreciating it. I think probably my one-on-one clients, I do private cleanse sessions.
Okay.
And I think that's really one of the things I enjoy very much.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy them all.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, it's like asking you to choose your favorite child.
Yeah, I enjoy them.
Parents do have not a favorite, but one that they dote on more or have a better relationship with, or what I mean? I don't want to use the word choose your favorite, but
I don't think I have. The more I think about it, I think I probably, if my favorite, it would be writing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it would be writing.
What is a passion of yours that you rarely share with other people, and why not?
Passion that I rarely share with other people. Oh boy. I don't know, Brad. I'm kind of an open book.
I knew that was coming. As soon as you said, I don't know, I knew that was going to be your next statement.
I mean, the cleanse is my passion, and
everyone knows about it.
And everyone knows about that. And I can tell you what I'm not passionate about. But yeah, I think.
Okay. All right. We'll leave that one then.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that people don't know about that I'm passionate about.
All right.
Yeah.
What was a turning point in your life, and how did it affect you? Oh, I like this. I'm making Sherianna think. I love it. Putting you to work.
I think what I write about in Emotional Detox, I think the turning point was my marriage. I think that book has a large piece of it talks about.
Okay.
And that, I think, there's so many people that are, what I've learned about success is you can have it all, right? But if there's a part that isn't feeling so hot, and is really hurting or wounded, it's going to affect things. And I think that once that piece came out, and again, it's all an emotional detox, the healing was able to take place. It was like now the wholeness could come in.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be firing on all cylinders to enjoy the things. Like everything has to be good to fully appreciate and enjoy the other good things that are happening. Like all areas of your life need to be in good shape.
Yeah, and it's not even like it has to be. Oh, I can hear. And it's not like it has to be good. That's the best part. So we're at that place where no matter what happens, we're okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect, or we're just really just truly happy and content. Yeah. It's very simple, right? There's no, we don't need anything. So we did the deep work. The cleanse was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Huge part of it, and continues to be.
Yeah. What would you say is the most important thing you've learned in your life? What was your life like before learning it, and what was your life like after learning it?
I think the most important thing I learned in my life was emotions, about emotions and the value of them and what they are, and how to feel them, how to process them without running the stories or the reactions. And my life before that was more, I think it was probably more fearful and more insecure and worried, and probably overworked. Like I said, I was overworked for sure. And I took on too much, and I'm people pleasing, and not really having a voice, and all that stuff that can happen. And once I learned about emotions, which they don't teach you in school.
Nope.
They don't. And I honestly, I had to really channel that cleanse during that tough time that was given to me from from my creator, from God. And so I hold it very sacred. I do this work because I feel like I was very privileged to receive that information, and it would be dishonorable for me to just tuck it away and not share it.
Right. What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career as an author?
Oh boy, you're going to get a lot of opinions.
I think that goes for artists as well. Same thing, right?
I actually I went out there and asked people's opinions, people that had written. I remember having someone charge me $200 just to have an hour conversation about writing, and I give that information that I got from that person, I give that out like it's nothing now. I'm like, really? Yeah. You charged me $200 for that? And I realize, I think I don't realize how much I already know. And I think sometimes you see people that have done it like me, and you think, oh boy, I'm not there. But don't fool yourself, because you could be there. I mean, we put people on pedestals, assuming they have something that we don't, kind of thing. So I just think you're going to get opinions, and just learn to make your own choices. But I think do what you feel is right in your heart.
Okay.
And don't expect to make money if you don't market it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I mean, if you just want to write it just to have it for your children or your clients or your website or whatever, that's one, really depends. Why are you writing a book? What is your intention? And if your intention is to make money, then it's like going into selling, like, I don't know, like network marketing or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It depends how much time and investment that you're going to put into it. And then you'll get that back. But it's okay either way.
Yeah. What makes you feel inspired or like your best self?
Oh, I think I get inspired by spirituality, by music.
Okay.
I particularly love a choir. I love church music.
Yeah.
And I think that's what inspires me the most. And being outside, and my children, they keep me going. I do, most of what I do is really just to teach them and help them out. And Yeah.
What is the best advice you've ever received, or one piece of advice that you've received that you love?
So I believe it or not, you're going to laugh because you're going to say, you're kidding me. So within all the book writing, I got trained as a master quantum healer.
Oh my God.
And that
Where does it end, Sherianna? Where does it end?
So that took me about 7 years.
Wow.
So it did take a while to get to that level. And I did a lot of that. And I also got trained did some trainings by a woman who's now passed. But her teachings, I was drawn to her, and I begged people to go with me. I begged them. I'm like, you got to listen to this lady. Please come with me. My husband, my mother, everybody, please come. You must hear this woman.
Yeah.
Nobody would come, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I listened to her, and she was like a 3-hour class. And she said, feel everything, attached to nothing.
Interesting.
Feel everything, attached to nothing.
I like it.
And learning from her, she wouldn't know me. She did. I mean, she's passed now, but she has no idea. Well, maybe she does. I think sometimes she's channeling through me or something. But how dedicated I was to listening to her. I took notes like you wouldn't believe.
There's that writing again.
Oh my God. I've never taken so many notes in a class, and I would read them and I would rewrite them, and I would just it was like a sponge.
Yeah.
So that was her. Her name was Zoe. Yeah. And, feel everything, attached to nothing.
I love it.
That changed. Yeah.
What is one of your favorite quotes?
Oh boy, one of my favorite quotes. I think Albert Einstein, imagination is more powerful than words, or imagination is more powerful than intelligence, or something like that. I don't remember it exactly, but I think that is I love that quote.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could sit and have a conversation with anyone in the world, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Alive or dead? Anyone in the world, alive or dead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you're tricking me up.
I just like to make you think.
Yeah.
Put that brain to work.
You sure do. Oh boy. I mean, I think it would be like probably a spiritual master, like Jesus or Mother Teresa or someone like that.
Okay.
Dalai Lama.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. What sound or noise do you absolutely love?
Oh, wow, that's an interesting question. What I love is the sound of hum.
Hum. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you not very good at?
Cooking.
All right.
And my husband.
So your husband does the cooking?
No, I do the cooking, and he tells me I can cook, but I think he's just being nice.
Well, he's eating the meals you prepare, so
he is eating them, and he is appreciative. Well,
the kids would be your best critics, no?
Yeah, exactly.
And if they're eating it, then you obviously can't be that bad.
Well, no, they're doing a lot of cooking for themselves. We eat together, but we don't always eat the same thing.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I think cooking.
Okay.
I don't mind cleaning. I like cleaning. I don't mind that stuff.
Oh, I would take cooking any day over cleaning. I hate cleaning.
Oh, really?
I love cooking. Love it.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't mind doing dishes, all that.
Yeah, me neither. That doesn't bother me either.
Yeah.
That. How would you describe yourself in one word?
Oh boy. I think I'm pretty I think I'm non-judgmental.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you smile?
My cat.
All right.
I do love my cat, my children, but I love my kitty.
All right.
Yeah.
Who are 3 people that have been most influential in your life?
Well, I mentioned my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Most influential people that have been most influential. I think,
I've stumped you again.
A woman named Cindy. I co-taught with her. I taught parent education for 7 years, and she was the head honcho, and I was her sidekick. And
okay.
She definitely influenced me, and in a great way. And I think that woman, Zoe, that I went to go see and took all the notes on, for sure. Yeah.
What do you feel most grateful for in your life?
Family.
Yeah. If you were guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would you ask?
One question?
If you were guaranteed the correct answer to it, the definitive answer, what question would you ask?
Oh boy. I
love this. Stumping the author.
Oh boy. Will Maggie's, my daughter's, art, will she be the, famous, famous artist that I know she can be?
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the word empowerment mean to you?
Oh, feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling trust, content. Okay. And yeah, I think empowerment, just centered.
Mm-hmm. Who are your personal heroes, and why do you hold them in high regard?
Personal heroes. My goodness.
This is great.
Gosh, I'm realizing I don't have a very big circle here. Why do my personal heroes?
Or a personal hero. It doesn't have to be multiple.
A personal hero. Huh? I think, honestly, I just think some of my... Why do I hold them in high regard? I think honestly, what's popping in my head, I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
Is I've got a few clients that have been so incredibly supportive, and I hold them in high regard as just pure unconditional love.
Okay.
Just people, people that have, and some author friends. I've met a lot of really great author friends that I hold in high regard.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
I think I'm intuitive. I've been told I'm intuitive, and I can nail something pretty when I go to that space. And I have my own style.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Probably watch your thoughts, and I would tell my younger self about what I know now, really, the difference between thinking and feeling.
Interesting.
That thinking about it doesn't mean you're feeling.
Right. Now this one's going to be a tough one, because you've already talked about, you do so many things, so I don't even know if there'll be an answer for this one. Do you have any big projects that you're currently working on or coming down the pike that you want to share? Besides the book, we've talked about the new book.
Yeah, the new book, which that one's in the works.
Mm-hmm.
I think cleanselife.com is the big project.
Okay.
And then I have a corporate. So I think the other thing is we're doing corporate cleanses now. So where we go into where we do through Zoom organizations, and I work with the staff, and that's a big project I'm working on right now for a couple of clients, which is exciting and different. Yeah.
Lastly, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, what would that 30 seconds sound like? And keep in mind, it doesn't have to be exactly 30 seconds. It can be longer, shorter. Just what would that last speech be?
Well, it's going to be something from Emotional Detox. And my speech would be that there's only one emotion, and that is love. Everything else is a reaction.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sherianna, for being a guest on Empowerography today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I appreciate you sharing your insights and experiences and your journey that you've been on, and all of your many, what's the word I'm looking for? Many hats that you wear, we'll say, for lack of a better term.
Thank you
for sharing all of that with us. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
And
maybe we can have you back after that 9th book drops, and we can have you talk about that. I would love to have you back as a guest again.
Right, and I'd love to have you on the Emotional Detox podcast, because I
would love that. That would be
think
awesome.
What you're doing is amazing for women. So I'd love you to share a little bit about your story and your drive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography Podcast. My guest has been Sherianna Boyle. She is an 8-time author, a mom, a wearer of many hats, just an all-around amazing woman, a very accomplished woman. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing, Sherianna. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.